Hello, this is about Rugby League betting review for the Challenge Cup final. Today at Wembley should be a cracking game, live on counter telly, of course. The best two sides in the league for me. Could well fight out the grand final as well in October. Both teams pretty much at full strength, so no excuses for whoever loses today. The bookies can't split them. You've got looking at about 10 to 11 for Warrington, about even money for Hull. I'd certainly shop around though. Like I said, depending on who you fancy. One tip I could definitely give you would be probably to take the odds to win the trophy as opposed to win the game over 80 minutes. This could be really tight. You certainly can't discount the draw at 16 to 1. It's going to be a real player in this one. It could be really close. And obviously, if the game does finish as a tie, goes to a replay or just I think that's next week. So, your bet would still stand, obviously, if you backed either team to win over 80 minutes, and then that would be down. It's not a good way to lose money, that, especially when the team you fancy ends up lifting the trophy in the replay. Warrington probably just shade on form at the moment. We only lost one in the last 10. Okay, one of them was a draw at Hull KR. Hull have lost 3 of 10, but bear in mind, Hull have scored 82 unanswered points in the last 2 games. So they'll be full of confidence. The 2 really good defences. I think Warrington probably just have it in the halves. I think Hull probably just have it in the pack. So nothing really much between these two sides. So the bookies can't split them, as I said before. I have to be honest, I can't either. If I'm pushed, probably just favour Warrington. Maybe they've got a tremendous record at Wembley in recent years. I think around about the turn of the decade, they've won 3 finals there. I don't think Hull have ever won a final at Wembley. I think they won the cup of Cardiff about 10 years ago, but they certainly never won it at Wembley. But like I said, it could be really go either way. 1 to 5 points Warrington, something like that. But either team could win this. We know that. Like I say, the bookies can't split them, and I'm really struggling to answer. One bit of value I have thought of was, I think the points line is about 44.5. Well, I think there'll be less points than 44.5 in this. It's either under or over. It doesn't matter who scores the points. I think at the last 7 finals, I think there's only been 2 that have been over the 44.5 point mark, so it could be quite cagey. The first game between these two, Warrington won both league games. It was quite high scoring. That was Easter Monday. I think the way the Easter programme works, I think you can pretty much discount form over the Easter period. The second game, which won both games this season, there was about 31 points in the game, so that was well under the 44.5. I think this could be something quite similar. So I think that'll probably be the value in the game. But there was under points at 44.5. Now, for the first try scorers, you've got Lynham and Michaels. They're your favourites, about 9 and 10 to 1, depending on which team you fancy. For me, I'd probably look at the centres. Atkins and Fanoa, both in really good try scoring form, both about 16 to 1. I like a anytime try bet, and I pick one from each team because obviously depend who you're going to back at Wembley today. So Westwood and Minicello, you can get 5 to 1 if you look about for them too. I think that's really good value. I think that's probably the best value in the game. The Westwood or Minicello will score a try anytime, depending on which side of the fence you're lying on this one. As for the man of the match, well, obviously Snades is a very worthy favourite. I think Houghton could be my man of steel this year, but I think there's been a couple of games this year that have been really tight. I think where the try count's either been level or a minus try count to Hull, and I think Snades' kicking's won the game. I think that could well be the case here. I think if Hull win the game, his kicking's going to be crucial. I think that could well. I think it's the Lance Todd Trophy, the man of the match in this game. It's voted for it by the pressman, and I think that could just sway it. Obviously, Houghton would probably be popular in the press offices as well, fair enough, and he's 8 to 1. But I just think it's Snade at 5 to 1. I think that's probably where just about the value. As for Warrington, Sandow's there, shortest price is about 11 to 2. But for me, his battle with Houghton could be key. I think Darryl Clark at 10 to 1. He lost here with Castleford 2 years ago. I think he scored a try in the game, though. He's certainly going to want to put that right. So my 2 for man of the match would definitely be Snade at 5 to 1 and Clark at about 10 to 1. Like I said, it should be an absolutely cracking game. The best 2 sides in the league, both in really good form. And like I say, I'm struggling to split them. For me, I'd probably prefer to go under on the points at 44.5. But if really pushed, it's basically Warrington, but it's 51.49 for me, just as the bookies called it. But like I say, if you're having a bet on either side, I'd take the slightly lesser odds to lift the trophy, and then you're covered if it goes to a replay and your team wins there. Like I say, really enjoy the game. We'll be back next week, and we'll see you later.